But I'm okay with it. We're going to go ahead and jump into the third place best of 3. This is going to be Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind versus TLJ Protoss versus Terran. Going to go ahead and spawn on Entombed Valley. Ain't no thing to a legit baller. Yellow and orange together. Probably make something similar to red. I think red's good color. It's sexy. If no matter who you are, if you just wear a lot of red, you look sexy. I've learned that the hard way. Holy lag. Just kidding. Alrighty, what's going on, everybody? Let's go ahead and jump into a best of 3 between these homie G's. These guys fought their way through the tournament brackets. This is a Platinum through Masters tournament. I do believe both of these players are Masters. Let me go ahead and double check that though, so you don't call me. No, they're actually both Diamonds. So again, big congratulations to, I believe it was Slow King who took that last. Yep, Slow King, Masters Protoss. Congratulations, man, for winning, and for taking first place. You earned it, homie G. I'm everything. Eternal said Terran. Oh. As SLJ says, ish happens. Ish happens. If you're under 12, don't read that comment. You've been winning as TL tourney? Question mark. It's almost like a little kid who's like kind of like what, a vampire? Oh, I love the vampire. Oh man, I love that vampire so much. Oh, buddy. A little talk, a little. Okay, so Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind is going to go ahead and scout the correct way. First of all, this Brax about to go down. No wall off yet, though, showing you that if you actually are able to scout the correct way the first time for the first position, you can get right into the base. However, a little late. You might just get completely denied by that supply depot. Oh, Tirte, you're awesome. Jasper would be an adorable vampire. Alright, so it does look like, we are going to see Eternal's probe juke and shoot. See if he can delay this Nexus as long as humanly possible. This SCV, I wouldn't be surprised to see him do the exact same thing, as we do see the juke and shoot from both players, but actually that SCV, I think, changed his path. Perhaps not, though. Perhaps that was the Protoss' path the whole time. Fast expansion coming out from Protoss. This is actually a 15 Nexus, so we're seeing a Nexus before Gateway. Now this is gonna prompt Mr. SLJ to possibly do some bunker shenanigans, possibly plop down 2 more Raxes. Yep, there's that bunker getting cancelled. Are we gonna see some more Raxes going down? Might see all the SCVs come off. I wouldn't be surprised to see something like that. Pylon gonna go ahead and finish, delay the Snatchel as much as possible. Eternal must be a little worried that he's gonna see some kind of all-in on his way. Finally, SLJ with his SCV is gonna completely see this fast expansion. I do think he's gonna recognize just how fast it is. Not quite seeing this Pylon. Doesn't want to quite engage his Pylon as maybe he's not concerned about putting his own command center down. One bunker going down. That little SCV gonna put in some work on the field. Some Marines coming back home, seeing this Pylon. Gotta go ahead and power it down. It's gonna take a while. That's a lot of bullets, good sir. And you are in a wasteland. Use them wisely. Use them wisely, little guys. One Zealot already out. A nice little pack of probes, gonna be more than enough to outmaneuver a few SCVs and a few Marines. And I think JSL is gonna go into an expansion himself. He went expansion after these 2 Raxes. He did go expansion after those 2 Raxes, which we can see just how much that does delay. Here's a fast expansion before Rax or before a Gateway, and here's one after. So we can actually compare. It is a pretty large difference. Alrighty, coming down. We're gonna go ahead and plop that down. One bunker, hopefully going to be enough. I do think Protoss is in macro mode, both players. Now I wonder how far else LG feels behind with his expansion just now coming up, the orbital on its way. No mules quite yet. Could be worried about some DT shenanigans, however. I don't think that's true. Third command center going down right now. This is the first time we've seen such a fast third command center. Actually, maybe he knows how far behind his natural is, and he wants to go ahead and just boom right ahead of his opponent's fast expansion and go ahead and plop down his third. It's gonna be a bit delicate though. Let's see how many Raxes we're gonna have. We have one tech lab, indeed. Factory going down next. Gonna go ahead and gun for those medevacs, bringing Terran into his tier 3 units. Engineering bays, not quite on the field quite yet. Wouldn't be surprised to see some double engineering play. Yeah, Grimade, you're absolutely right, man. You are absolutely right. That's one huge, really cool thing about this. 3 gateways plop down. Wouldn't be surprised to see Eternal start working on these rocks, as his probe does look like he might be juking to the third. Nope, gonna go ahead and scout his opponent. See, check out this Rax. Might go ahead and test this Rax. See if there is a Marauder in here or not. Always a nice indicator. Looks like Protoss is content with 2 bases. Did get an interestingly timed forge. We're not seeing a double forge, we're seeing a forge and a robo. Saturation looks a little bit weak on the natural. I don't know why he brought all these probes on the main. I'm not sure why he brought so many probes to the natural. Might just be a stylistic choice. Second forge going down. Love the double forges. Nothing turns me on more than seeing 2 forges being chrono boosted. Love it. Love it. Love it. Long time. We're going to go ahead and see the wonderful swap as medevac production is going to start. Third command center going down. These rocks are officially dealt with. Wouldn't be surprised to see at least one bunker going down here. Looks like we are seeing the... here's where that factory is going to go. So from Terran, we are going to see a standard bio ball. War Prism coming out just about 1/3 of the way done. Going to go ahead and do some harassment, as this is a pretty nice air distance that these 2 players are at. Very nice air distance that I think it looks like both players are going to take advantage of. Let's go ahead and see the tech buildings. Twilight going down. We had 2 gateways, 2 gateways, 1 gateway, 2 gateways, forge, other gateway, second forge, robo, looks like Twilight, and a 4th gateway. This factory going to be able to get the timing of the 3rd. And we do have warp. We do have 3 sentries and 1 zealot. And as this war prism moves out with all the gas units, with the heavy gas units, did look like these Marines wanted to move out and put on the hurt. 3 expansions down. I wonder how surprised, or if Eternal is going to be surprised seeing these expansions, seeing this 3rd down, seeing this 3rd established with mules and SCVs on it. Alrighty, and the War Prism looking like it has no idea what that there's a 3rd there. It's going to go ahead and jump into the natural. 630 minerals on that patch. And here we go. We're going to see one force field going down. It looks like we did have about four little SCVs, little trapped. Going to go ahead and save those gas units. Those poor Marines, and it looks like this War Prism is going to lose all of its shields. I wonder if he's going to move directly into the 3rd. The natural. Nope, just going to go ahead and run home. The line of medevacs. Just not... That's pretty funny, actually. There's this line of medevacs taking chase. It's almost like he robbed a bank. And those are police cars. Alright, 2 Vikings out on the field. Gonna be able to put some hurt on to any drop harassment. That alone should shut down the drop harassment. If he wants to place maybe one Viking in this corner and 1 Viking over here in this corner, could really just keep that Keep that away. We are seeing, whoa, double Ghost Academy. Holy moly. Plopping down, halfway done. Army positioning to protect his third. Also, looks like he does want to go ahead and put on the hurt. No Colossus on the field quite yet, because Eternal opted for those fast storms, fast High Templars. High Templar is going to be very important to keep alive. However, he does have such a small gateway army. There's not going to be much keeping these Templars safe. And that must have been why we saw these Ghost Academies. Eternal going to go ahead and run around, and it looks like these High Templars are just waiting for these Medivacs to show themselves. Medivacs possibly having a little more vision than the High Templar has range, as those Medivacs caught a small whiff of those High Temps. A lot of High Templars out on the field here, and very, very small gateway army. This Medivac's going to go ahead and juke around. Very important. If your opponent is going for one tech very fast and they have a small gateway army, then then these prong attacks are going to be extremely damaging, because right now I think Eternal is going to have a really, really tough time. Oh, Storms taking out a lot of Marines, damaging a lot of Marauders. Let's see if that makes these Medivacs say, hey, I want a piece of that action. Looks like we did have some kind of drop in here. Possibly a storm drop, possibly a sentry, some kind of sentry harassment. Medivac's going to go ahead and heal up a little bit. Marine's going to go ahead and push. We are going to see the drop here, forcing Eternal's army to go ahead and save some units. At the same time, nice little army is going to be right here. Feedbacks and Storm's going to go ahead and clean that up on this end of the world. These Medivacs are going to get home. Another third drop going down here. Oh man, this is classic PvT right here. Very, very, very nice play going from both players. Right now, we're seeing a very tough position for Eternal to go ahead and try and defend, as SLJ can just keep on walking away. No more aggression coming out. It looks like we are hit. It looks like Eternal is showing some stability. Are we going to see the force fields going down on these Medivacs? And will it be enough to one hit them? 3 go down. And that's a lot of units. That's actually quite a bit. Let's go ahead and see what kind of army SLJ can muster. It does look like his army is small in comparison to the Storms that Eternal is able to churn out. And I think we are hitting some equilibrium right here. I think SLJ can come back into this game though. Let's see how many tech labs we have. 3 tech labs. Is this going to be another one? 3 tech labs, 2 reactors. Again with these double Ghost Academies. Not seeing a nuke from one, but we are seeing, are we seeing a nuke? I don't see a single ghost quite yet. But we are seeing, there's the first few ghosts. One Marine going to go ahead and make sure he knows, he can tell the main base exactly when the Protoss army wants to move out and put on some hurt. This Viking, are we going to see this Viking actually going to be able to save all the High Templars? But no more War Prism harassment for you. Second Robo going down. Still a relatively small gateway army. These Stalkers are just going to melt to any Bio Ball. It does look like right now Eternal wants to make the transition into Colossus. However, we do have the Dark Shrine going down, and this might be actually the transition into Archons. Archon Speedlots might be the unit of choice. Sexy Blink. I actually didn't notice that he had Blink. Cleaning up that Marine, but he is going to see this huge ball coming at him. This is going to be very important. SLJ, if he wants to push forward, needs to keep these ghosts alive. It needs to put on those money EMPs. If he can take out one EMP and take out these High Templar, he's going to be able to just crush his opponent's army. 4th Command Center going down. Very nice. Both players putting down expansions right now. This is turning into a really long, drawn-out game, which I really like seeing. There's a Colossus tech going down. There's a Stargate. Not sure why he wants that Stargate. Perhaps specifically for a mothership. That would be very interesting. Ghost's gonna go ahead and move in.